I been doing some cooking, man.
Oh yeah, what's up? What's
Yeah,
been
and let
cooking?
me let me
What's been
explain a little
doing?
bit, dude. So
Let me hear.
my
Go ahead.
my lady, Jen,
Yeah.
has introduced me to a fantastic show.
Hmm.
You ever seen the Netflix show Somebody Feed Phil?
Definitely have not. No,
Um,
but that sounds crazy.
it's like 8 episodes. We're like 8 seasons in of this
Going
show.
strong.
And it's coming back for another season. And it's just like a Anthony Bourdain or Stanley Tucci like travel show where he goes to different countries and cities and spots and just tries the culture and the food and just gets
Yeah.
embraced into that area, right?
Tooch is in it.
So
Tooch is doing it.
this is no Tucci's not in it. This is I said it's like those shows, like an Anthony
Oh,
Bourdain
okay. I
or a
got you.
Stanley
Got you. Got you.
Tucci type show. You know what I mean? But this is
You almost had me
him.
on board. Watch tonight. Hmm?
he said end it pod. Let's go watch this right meow. But no, Phil Rosenthal is the creator of Everybody Loves Raymond,
Hmm.
popular show from the early 2000s, and now he does this. And he's just like it's just a really dope show.
Yeah.
You see a lot of good food, a lot of good culture, but like I got challenged the other day, right? We finished an episode and it goes back to like Netflix. You know, Netflix kind of does a one shot for some of their shows, some of the
Hmm.
original programming, and it's just like this beautiful crepe, right, with like strawberries and powdered sugar and
Oh.
a dollop of a Cool Whip or something like that. It's probably a lot fancier than Cool Whip, but that's beside the point, though.
Nah. Cool whip
And,
is fine.
and my lady says, uh, "That's a crap. Those things look delicious. That's what I want." I was like, "I can make that." She challenged me and said, "No, you can't. You can't make it like that."
Says your was it your wish is
Exactly,
I
dog.
don't know if my command, but I was trying to get to like
I'm like, I
make your
dream a
dream come
genie,
true.
dog.
It
Yeah, I'm
just
like,
didn't
I
work
dream
out.
a genie. I just
Yeah.
not as hot or wear a skirt. You know what I mean? But I have the hair.
Yeah.
Um, so I got up the next morning. Went to the old teeter.
Mm.
Got all never making a crepe before in my life. By the way, I was like, dude, I can do that. It's easy. And went to the store, got all the ingredients, and made some crepes, dog.
Spent like $45 and made one, made one, didn't
I mean, job well done.
you?
Nah, I had a nice little batter where I was
Yeah.
able to make like 4 or 5.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I have now basically am saying, hey Netflix, MIAP cooking show, okay? I
There you
got
go.
you. Okay. Uh
Need
Javi
some
makes
cheese shredded.
amazing
I can do it.
Javi shreds cheese and makes chorizo.
Yeah.
Um I don't know why I went straight to chorizo. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Um and I can make crepes, guys. I don't know what we could do with that. It's like a weird French and
It's called fusion, Clyde. It's called
Mexican
fusion.
breakfast, but like I'm for it. Sign me up. Sign me up.
Let's go. Me too. That sounds
Throw
awesome.
some shrimp and grits in there. Why not? Let's go crazy.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
But no, man, yeah, dope show and just kind of inspiring me to cook some things that I haven't prepared before.
Right.
So definitely been enjoying that, man. What you been up to?
That is pretty fantastic. Well, let's see. Band practice. Been kind of working on some new music.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Any kind of summer releases we're getting?
Yes.
Oh,
Like right around the corner. I don't have a
ladies and
complete date.
gentlemen, you're hearing a 50 Flies exclusive drop right now from the bassist himself.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, we got something in the mix coming around the corner here soon. Yeah, I mean, we're steady writing new stuff, but as far as in the studio, we're going to be looking to drop every 4 or 5 months, 6 months, in that kind of circle going forward. So
Nice, man.
keep things pretty
Nice.
fresh.
This is the time I wanted to be like one of those like 80s and 90s disc jockeys. That's how old I am, guys. We still call them disc jockeys. and be like, right here on 106.9 The Rock, we have
I
Javier,
mean,
the bassist for 50 Flies, and we're gonna drop his latest single right now. And
yeah.
then like I hit a couple of buttons or whatever, and it starts playing, and
I
me and you go outside
mean,
and have a smoke.
we
Um,
can do that.
that's that's the world I want to live in.
We can do that. I
Um,
mean, I'll own the rights to the music, so you know what I'm saying. We can make your dream come true.
Always wanted to be a disc jockey, though. I
Yeah,
thought that was
yeah. We can
one
make
of
it
the
happen.
coolest jobs ever.
Yeah, I'll get
Uh,
a cool little scratching sound. We can work something out.
yeah, man. From the vinyl record, right? Is what you're
Yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah,
about. That'd be
yeah.
perfect.
So
Let's make that happen, brother.
I also watched Minecraft this weekend.
I can't bring myself to it, dude.
Uh, you know,
Don't
it
say
was a
it.
good time. It was a good
Oh my
time.
god,
It
really?
was a good time. Yeah, I laughed a lot. It was hilarious. Uh, it's not like a good story movie,
No,
but it's just it's got a the cast is they they handle themselves pretty well with what they're working with.
this is like Minecraft is just like a video game that has such a large following, and it has for like
Yeah,
2 decades now, right?
yeah. I mean, it grew from just an indie game to Microsoft owning it.
Yeah, like one of the biggest games, like on one of the biggest IPs on the market now. It
Yeah.
almost made what? How much money did Minecraft make at the theater?
Oh, yeah. Check that out real quick because I did not. Um, but it hit on Max, I believe. So
Yeah, I
once it hit
saw
Max,
it.
I took a I took a glimpse at it. Like I said, not not like you're gonna turn your life around from
Jesus
this story, but
Christ.
it's funny.
This
Funny.
movie, off of $150 million budget, made $954 million. Minecraft might be the biggest release of the year so far,
Yeah.
domestically.
Like I said,
Second highest grossing, excuse me.
a ridiculous movie, but it was a good time, man. I actually, like I said, it hit streaming. I sat down and watched it, and went into it just like, all right, it's just going to cost me a little bit of my time. I was laughing so much. It was so funny.
I don't know, 101 minutes. That's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy to get through.
I mean,
101 minutes is not
I
bad.
I don't think you're going to enjoy it as much
Oh snap! Like you already know.
because it's just it's a ridiculous movie.
Have you played the game?
I've played the game before. Yeah, yeah.
Do you enjoy the game?
The game is fun, but it's just like for me, it was just a pastime thing. Like, hey, I got an hour. Let me just sit down and burn through it real fast.
Okay. See, this pisses me off that Minecraft. Like, I love Jack Black, right? I love,
Dude,
and you know what? I was listening to The
that dude
Town
can't miss right
today,
now, dude. He can't miss.
and there was a guy in The Town who was putting him up there with the likes of like a Leo or a Brad Pitt, but for children.
Yeah,
Like if
one
Jack
thousand
Black is
percent,
in something like the uh Jumanji movies,
dude. He's got
like
the voice of an angel, man.
he has the voice of an angel,
I
man.
think, I,
Jack Black was in the stupid movie that we watched last year and was one of the standouts, and we never saw his body. We never saw his face.
that was he
Um,
was in what, Super Mario, right?
he was in a $1 billion movie. Yeah,
Well,
2 years ago,
that's
Super Mario.
so. His thing seems to be his jingles now because he has some good ones in Minecraft. It's pretty
Okay,
funny. Uh, if you look up the jingles for Minecraft, he has his very short audio clip of him singing in that one. It's called Lava Chicken, and it's so stupid, but the dude just has hooks, man. Just hooks for days. It's ridiculous.
I mean this is the guy who brought us peaches, 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 peaches,
Well,
peach. You know what I mean? Like that's his like that's fire.
what's the guy that brought us, for me, School of Rock,
Oh, of course.
Tenacious D.
OG, triple
That that
OG right there.
that was before he was for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But also, like, he has been in rom-coms, right? He was
yeah, yeah.
in The Holiday, which is a lot of people's favorite Christmas movie, might
Yeah,
I
he's
add.
also in a Shallow Hal.
Yes. Yes, he is. Also Saving Silverman. Okay.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
guy's all over the place,
yeah.
man.
But yeah, I'd say it's
Enemy of the State. The list can go on, okay? The list can go on.
yeah. For me, it was definitely worth the couch sit and stream.
Okay.
Um, so yeah,
I will not be
Minecraft.
checking that out anytime soon, but I'll add it to the list. How about that?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Welcome to some sort of movie in a pod. I'm Clyde Smith.
And I'm Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing trailers for The Toxic Avenger, Springsteen Delivered Me From Nowhere, and our movies of the week, Ride Hard and Karate Kid Legends. It's a weird mashup, team. All right, team. Hope you're having a fantastic week here. If you're missing our beautiful faces, Javi just has a really dope summer beard game going on right now.
It's so hot, dude. It's, this is the time of year where, the jet black hair and all that is just really works against me. I mean, you understand.
Dude, pain is beauty, dog.
Yeah.
Beauty is pain, whatever the hell the saying is, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Man, got the jet black everything going on.
Oh, man.
Cooking. But team, we have some new trailers coming at you here, and if you do want to see that beard gang, you can definitely check our YouTube page out. Where we have the full pod released on there. You can leave some comments. You can tell Javi how sexy he is.
Oh.
You can tell me that my dreads suck, which is fine. I'm never gonna cut these things anyway, so but team, like always, we appreciate your support. Click that link tree in the show notes and show some love or some hate. Tell us what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you, team.
Yes, sir. Oh, no.
Armed political extremists have taken hostages downtown. Somebody do something!
Wait! Stop! We'll get to all of that.
Well, good.
Just relax.
Here we go.
Okay?
Legendary.
We lost Shelly a year ago. These days, it's just me and the kid.
Looks great.
Hey, Jacob Tremblay.
That part's pretty good.
No, give him back.
I don't want to hurt him.
Why didn't she do anything?
Sometimes it's better to do nothing.
It's going good.
You're saying that this
boy.
corporation
Always Kevin Bacon.
I was about to say, is that
would
right?
knowingly poison its own customers just to boost their own profit margins?
Summon the nuts.
The hell?
Summoning the nuts.
And the nuts are those people. Oh, boy.
Oh, dude.
That was wrong.
I'm a monster.
You're not a monster. Show him your good heart.
No, you're a damn monster, dog. Yep.
What the?
Jesus.
I wasn't even involved. But sometimes
Oh.
you gotta do something.
Wow.
Who the fuck are you? Just some dude
Oh, wow.
with a mouth.
Wow. Okay. Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Feel to be a hero.
Do you realize what's at stake here?
Everything!
I like Kevin Bacon's hair.
Bring him here.
Elijah, what's happening, bro?
He's just having a good time with his life right now. Isn't
That was just self-defense. You haven't killed anyone else, have you?
See, when you say, self-defense,
He's an ugly son of a bitch, though.
The
Okay.
Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
All right, team. We have the Toxic Avenger. A horrible toxic accident transforms downtrodden janitor Winston Goose into a new evolution of hero, the Toxic Avenger. This is a remake. I do know from like the 80s or 70s or something of that nature. I don't really remember
Yeah.
when. I wasn't alive then and never saw any of those movies.
it is a
Um,
franchise, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I never saw any of them. Good for me. When
1,
did
2,
the first one
3,
come
4,
out?
5, 84. There's been 5.
84 of these things. Wow. There's been 84 of these things, guys.
No, there's 5. It came out in 84.
It's what I said, Javi. I don't
Okay,
know why you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
listening to me, dude.
These new earpieces are they must be malfunctioning.
There's been 5 of these things, and they all came out in 84, is what he said, guys.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say about this trailer, man. Like, there was a lot that came out of it's
Yeah.
I have powers now, and these powers are going to be used for good, but it seems like he just kills the city.
He doesn't have a good plan, doesn't seem like.
I
Yeah.
think you're just kind of doing it, which is fine.
Um,
You're kind of Frank Castling it up a little bit. I like Frank Castle,
Yeah.
the Punisher.
Fan.
You're
Yeah.
just not as good looking as John Bernthal.
Not at all. Yeah, I've never seen much of the others.
I'm surprised by that, actually. I am absolutely surprised.
It's never really my thing, that franchise.
Space Clowns from Mars is not. Those are seem like the same movie. They seem
They're
like the
not.
same.
They're not. You
same
take it
camp.
back. You take it back right now. No, I mean I just never got into the movies or this comic.
Gotcha.
I might check out the first one at least, see what we're comparing to here.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well see what's happening before this drops. I'm interested in it, right? I will watch anything with Kevin Bacon, and he seems like he's the rich industrial villain in this.
Oh yeah, of course.
Um,
It's his sludge.
and he's just very good at just being a villain. He was the X-Men First Class,
Yes.
as the main villain, in Crazy Stupid Love. He's just really good at it. You know what I mean?
I just watched R.I.P.D. Have you ever watched that?
I
with,
watched
him
the
and-
first 30, 45 minutes of it when he shoots Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
and he was like his partner, and then he kills him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good time in that one too.
But then somebody walks around as an Asian man, and I was like, all right, I can't do this anymore. It got weird. It got weird.
Dude, that is the best part of the movie.
It got weird.
He's a little Asian man and his gun is a banana. So, and then his partner is just a very good looking blonde woman.
Like a supermodel type.
Yeah,
type
yeah,
woman,
and
right?
they're they're just driving around in a car. That's
Jeff Bridges,
so
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so good. Team, we're gonna throw the Toxic Avenger on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. Are you a fan of the old 80s franchise? Something you're interested in? I want to give it up for Peter Dinklage, though, man. Dude is fantastic in everything that he does,
Yeah.
and looks like he's just delivering it some more. This one has been delayed for a while. It has a 2023 release.
Yeah.
We're getting this trailer, and it looks like there's been some delays. Thanks, Writer Shrike.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 305 V8.
Never owned a new car before.
Nice.
Fitting
Little
for
Z28
some
action.
devil
Ooh.
rockstar. I do know who you are.
Well, that makes one of us.
Yes, chef.
Hey, boss, can you do a mic check?
So good.
How's that sound?
Looks about right.
Don't need to be perfect. I want it to feel like I'm in the room by myself.
Yeah.
Let's try one.
He's like, so can you just leave if you don't mind?
Here's what I
Filling
want
up
you
a
to
lot of
understand.
space right now.
Yeah.
This is not about either one of us. This is not about the charts. This is about Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
He's doing,
And
he's
these are
doing
the
a lot at one
songs
time.
that he wants to work on
Awesome.
right now.
I saw her standing on our front lawn, just a twirling her baton.
I'm gonna tell you a little story. When Bruce was little, he had a hole in the floor of his bedroom.
Me and her for rides
The floor that's supposed to be solid,
and
that you're supposed to be able to stand on.
people
Bruce, he didn't have that.
like in the breath
Bruce is a repairman.
with a sawed-off
And what he's doing with this album
on my leg.
is he's repairing that hole in his floor.
Do the best
He's repairing that hole in himself.
I could.
And once he's done that, he's gonna repair the entire world.
Wow. Okay.
Trying to find some real
Bring
in
it.
all the noise.
They always do.
Good song.
Showman right there.
Dude, that's dope. That's dope. Springsteen delivered me from nowhere. According to IMDb, Bruce Springsteen's journey crafting his 1982 album Nebraska, which emerged as he recorded Born in the USA with the E Street Band based on the Warren Zanes books. Directed by Scott Cooper, written by Cooper and Warren Zanes. Jeremy Allen White, Stephen Graham, Mark Maron, Paul Walter Hauser, David Krumholtz. Let's go. I just love seeing him in shit, dude. He also plays in the studio that I was telling you about off pod with he plays a talent agent,
Mhm.
Jeremy Strong bringing it, Odessa Young, and a whole host of other people as well. We're a little older. We're a little too young for like being Springsteen fans. You know, we didn't like grow up in the 80s where
Yeah.
we were like, oh yeah, Springsteen was the guy, right?
Right,
But, like,
right.
we have family, friends, people who are older who like love the guy, right? He's the boss for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, he's already got a legacy that's just never gonna quite spin out of the cycle, right?
Yeah, yeah. I came to start appreciating him a lot more when him and the 44th president, Barack Obama, had a podcast that dropped on Spotify called Renegades Born in the USA.
Mm-hmm.
Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen, man. And it's like 8 episodes. And they're talking about each other's lives and the differences between each other's lives, but also a lot of the similarities. And that,
Yeah.
you know, it's more of like kind of like a me and you story, right? Like we have separate, but we're on this American journey together, right? And so from that, I found a love and appreciation dropping on Apple Music, like his essentials and understanding his music more, right? And then I dove into his albums and understanding like how he crafts different albums and different sounds throughout his career, man.
Yeah.
Dude is one of the best musicians, lyricists, uh, ever, ever, man.
Yeah, those essential
He's still touring.
yeah, those essential playlists are really awesome to kind of get into anybody.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm waiting for the 50 flies one, man. Waiting for the 50 flies one to drop.
I mean, technically, it's just the one song right now, so it's, it's out. We're getting there. We're working on
Hey man, we will get there eventually, dude.
it.
But for this movie, one like, do you asked the question right before we even watch this? In my head, I'm like, do we need another like biopic of another legendary musician? We've got a lot in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
Probably
there's been a lot of
less than
those
that,
across the
right?
board as far as professions lately.
Yeah. We got a lot, man. We just got the Bob Dylan one. We're getting this one.
Mm-hmm.
The
We got
Queen one.
the uh, Dwayne Johnson
El-
one.
Elton John.
Uh,
Oh, you're talking about just biopics in general.
Yeah,
I'm talking a musical biopic.
Well, I was
like, when did Dwayne Johnson play somebody, play a musician? Is what I was trying to think of.
I just meant in general, like
Got you.
those kind of
I'm following
movies. Yeah.
now. See, team, this is not scripted. Okay, we don't know what the hell's coming out of each other's mouths.
So, who would he even? I wonder about what person he would play in a musical one. Anyways,
Meatloaf. But then like I see this trailer, right? Springsteen delivered me from nowhere, and I'm like, yeah, we need another one. This looks like a beautiful movie, man.
that trailer
And
was as well.
I love watching smaller films where we're kind of getting an overarching of it, but it's mainly kind of what they did with the Steve Jobs movie, right? I bring it back to that, where they're just talking about he has so many albums, right? And he's been on tour millions of times. But this movie is central to that 1982 Nebraska album and just seeing the formation of that. So he's already a great artist. He's already known.
Oh, yeah.
Right? This is him kind of changing his style up, kind of delivering something new and fresh, and how healing and how repairing people's souls his music is. That's what I felt when I was listening to his Essential album, man.
Yeah.
I am a Bruce Springsteen fan now at 38 years old and like just appreciate the man of who he is. Not only like is he a great musician, right? He's just a great man in general, and I appreciate that so much. So yeah, I'm pulling up for this, man. Also, Jeremy Allen White, dude. Yes, chef. Pulling up anything this kid is in, man. Big fan. So yeah.
Good deal.
Team, we're gonna throw Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere on our socials. Let us know your thoughts. Are you a Springsteen fan? Out of all these different musical biopics that have been happening lately, which one's been your favorite, team? For me, outside of this, Bohemian Rhapsody was just fantastic. That was just a good time. Yeah. Fantastic time, guys. Let us know your thoughts. All right, team. Before we jump into our movies of the week here, what happened is that we were supposed to do Karate Kid Legends a few weeks ago. Yeah. Javi fell under the weather. It happens. Even our heroes get under the weather sometimes. You know, I have that poster. That poster of you is still up on my wall, Javi, so it's all good.
Awesome.
And then we supposed to do Bride Hard this week. And it's complications with that. One of us was able to see the movie, the other one not. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to change into our outfits. Javi is going to wear a wedding dress, and I'm going to go put that thing around my head again. So we'll be right back, team.
Yep.
We are not doing anything like that for our YouTube page. I don't even know where the hell that headband thing is right now.
You've already misplaced your one piece of thing that was like your connection to the dojo you want to build.
Yeah,
It's already misplaced.
It's already just put it in the wash. Dog ate it up or something. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
All right. So this 2-movie pod deal, how are we gonna get that started? Where do you want to
Well, the
start at?
first one, let's start with Karate Kid Legends, man. So
Okay.
let's go back here, right? So directed by Jonathan Entz Wistell, written by Rob Leiber, and it was released May 7th
Nice.
here in the May 30th in the United States. Excuse me.
This one had a $45 million budget, and so far has grossed $98 million.
Let's go.
Starting this, we have Jackie Chan as Mr. Han, Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso, Ben Wang as Li Fong, Joshua Jackson as Victor Lapani, Sadie Stanley as Mia, Ming Na Wing as Dr. Fong, Aramis Knight as Connor Day, Wyatt Olaf as Alan, and Tim Rosen as O'Shea.
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 Yeah, man. So
One name.
Typically we jump into each character and everything, but what this really centers around, right, is just a new movie in the Karate Kid universe where kid moves, kid gets punked, kid has to buck up, kid learns how to fight or fight better, kid enters tournament, kid almost gets his legs swept, kid does an illegal kick to the face. Awesome. Same setup at every movie. I actually don't know how the next Karate Kid went. I can't even remember that one really. But in my head, an illegal kick happens to the face.
That's fair.
Spinning tornado dragon kick or something like that in this movie, man. Dude, overall, just like we can just jump to like, what was your resounding thoughts of this film, man?
I thought it was actually a very, very great addition to the franchise.
Yeah, same.
I mean, just a quick moving, solid movie. Nice story, nothing crazy out the ordinary, but pretty solid story. We have Ralph Macchio coming in at some point, kind of tying us back to the original stuff. I felt like he was placed in there very well. Like he wasn't the key to the whole movie, right? He was there at the end. We tied everything back to Miyagi-Do, Mr. Miyagi, RP Pat Morita.
Yes, sir.
We got to see a clip of him in there. I mean, other than the original Karate Kid, this one's pushing the top
Okay,
spot.
let me ask you this here. This is gonna be difficult for you, I think. Is this better than any episodes of the show? Cobra Kai?
Yeah,
You've seen it all.
Way better.
I have
it's
not
way
seen
better
it
than
all.
the show. It's way better than the show.
That's what I was getting at as well, right? The show for me kept on. It was like, oh yeah, kind of the same. I think we talked about like same build up every season, and then we get fight, right?
Yeah,
and then we're all friends.
The same thing too, but
and then the power of friendship happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Thanos gives that power of friendship stone away, and then we're like, oh, okay, we'll give it to the Sony Karate Kid franchise.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the show as a whole, I mean, it had some great episodes, but I don't know, man. It's kind of two different things, but you do get a burnout on the show.
Yeah, and that's what happened with me. That's why I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah. This movie, I never really had a spot to where I wasn't laughing or just like impressed by the choreography.
Yeah, same.
But you got a man like Jackie Chan in there who's been doing this.
He's older, but he's still the man, though.
I mean, this dude. I mean, talking about Jackie Chan real quick. There's not too many other actors that can do these type of movies and are so impressive, but he also makes everybody else around him impressive.
Yeah.
He's very, very helpful in making the rest of the cast just look as best they can.
He made Chris Tucker look like an action star.
Yeah.
3 times. Surprising. You know what I mean? Like, hey.
He said 3 times.
He made Owen Wilson look like an action star twice. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that is impressive feats right there. The guy who goes, wow, was a movie star, was an action star twice. Okay. What about Ben Wang, man? Li Fong. This kid was one of my up and comers as far as like young actors to watch, to look out for. He's in that movie coming out in a few weeks, The Long Walk, that I'm also excited about him in. But like him as the lead in this film, man, what were your thoughts about that?
Yeah, very strong.
Yeah.
He's got a very strong presence, even around Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio, and I mean, your boy Joshua Jackson. He's been around for a minute too.
Yeah.
He's very strong, very,
sleeper.
very confident, and he's got some moves too, man. He looks great on screen.
Yeah.
Looks awesome. And I mean, they couldn't have, we've had some other people since before this movie kind of try to step in and do some stuff, but this dude, he really is, if he's going to kind of help move this legacy forward some more,
Yeah.
it's going to be in really great hands.
And like what I really like, man, is not only, and you hit the nail right there, right? Not only is he like a very strong martial artist, but like he has comedy chops. I like that, right? He's also a very strong actor in regards to like there's small dramatic scenes that happen in this film, but like when they're delivered, he delivers them very well. He's just all around just a really good actor. I want to see more of Ben Wang.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, fantastic. And if he stays in this franchise like the Daniel LaRusso and gets like a trilogy, hey, dope. Let's go, Sony, right? Bring it on. I do want to talk about Joshua Jackson though.
Yeah.
Didn't know he was in this film.
I kept trying to like place him like the whole time I was watching the movie, because you see him scattered about like over the years. So I was like, where is this guy from?
Yeah.
And because he kind of reminds me of your boy Zod from Man of Steel.
He didn't look like Dawson's Creek Joshua Jackson, right?
Right.
He didn't at all. Thank you. That was exactly what I was thinking the entire time. I was looking at him like I was a dog. Like I had my head turned the entire, like that really is Joshua Jackson?
Yeah.
What?
Joshua Jackson.
I was so confused, dude. From Fringe? That was him?
I mean, yeah, he was very strong in his role. I mean, they all played a very, very strong part of this small cast.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was one that didn't miss either. He had a very pivotal role. But yeah, I couldn't place him like the whole movie. I was like, I don't know why this guy is familiar to me. I couldn't think of his name either.
If you can take away anything from this film, right, as far as like a theme or an idea, I know I typically do the theme. What did Karate Kid Legends kind of speak to you about in whole?
I think it's kind of the theme across all of it is, finding something that kind of grounds you and, self-control, right?
Yeah.
Don't just be the other guy who's just kicking everybody in the face and being a D-bag. But it's about respecting everybody else and knowing you're awesome, but not having to show everybody.
Yeah. All right. Good deal. I'm gonna ask you
Yeah.
just a few more questions, and
This is an
it's a
interview.
this
Am I getting?
or that here.
Am I
I'm interested,
getting
dude.
overtime right now? We getting?
I'll talk to management about that. Just make sure your time card is approved on
Yeah.
time. Okay. The first Karate Kid
Mhm.
or Never Back Down? Which one's a
Well,
better movie?
I mean, Karate Kid's a better movie. Never Back Down was an unbelievable amount of fun, but
So much sweat. So much
it's
sweat.
so sweating so much.
They really fight on a vehicle? Yes, they did. On a
Yeah.
Mazda 6? Yes, they did.
But it just wasn't the story that the Karate Kid was or has been.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's weird, right? Because there wouldn't be no Never Back Down if it wasn't for this franchise. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
So
this one.
it took a lot from it,
Yeah,
but just made it like very high octane and sexy and like it was Florida, right?
Yeah.
Like made it. I was about to say SoCal, but they took place in Florida. It was just a sexier film.
it was literally the
Um,
complete opposite of the Karate Kid, other than people fighting each other.
MMA, dog. MMA.
Yeah.
All right. This movie, Karate Kid
Oh,
Legends,
we're still going. All right.
or Never Back Down. This is the last one.
That's actually a kind of hard one because these two, I think those two are more similar than the first
Yeah.
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a really hard question because I enjoyed both of them very much.
Yeah. Yeah. I love we have a love for Never Back Down,
Yeah.
but it just goes like this Karate Kid Legends there's a formula and it's like insert characters, change some stuff up, and we're good to go, right?
Yeah.
Never Back Down took the formula of the Karate Kid and carbon copy just in Florida. I love Never Back Down. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite. I like it. I personally like it better than the original Karate Kid.
Okay.
Do I like it better than this one? I don't think so. I like this movie better than Never Back Down.
They're running pretty close together.
And it's the nostalgia factor, right? With
Yeah.
LaRusso and Mr. Han.
Mhm.
But also like Ben Wang's character, he's just a better lead than dude was and Never Back Down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole cast in this is solid.
Yeah.
Just solid cast. I mean, let's talk about the GOAT Allen real fast. Like, like, and everybody in this
Peters?
movie was
Oh,
that?
you're talking about in this one. Was his name Alan in Never Back Down too?
No, it's Max.
I don't know what his
Max.
Max was his name. Yeah, you're right. So you're talking about his best friend or his friend, quote unquote, Alan. Yes.
So yeah, Alan Wyatt Olaf in this one was his tutor and his friend. Like, I did not expect this dude to just like be around the rest of the movie. I thought he was going to be like a hint, just a weight on Ben. Like,
Yeah.
we got to study. We got to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, it turned into a wingman.
Fleshed him out a little bit. Got
And
more lines. He probably didn't know he was going to get that many lines.
Yeah.
He probably showed up to set and was like, "I'm just the tutor." But they were like,
Yeah.
"Dude, you're actually really funny and you like got good comedic timing." Well, here's some more pages.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Here's some more pages for you. I enjoy that. Yeah.
I like that. I like those characters that are just around, funny, but he really turned into like a really, really good friend who was there to wingman this dude.
My favorite thing to watch is like somebody like Wyatt Olaf who has a small part in here, but it is pivotal to the film.
Yeah.
And seeing him in a couple of years like as a leading man, and do something like that. Like that's why I go to the theater, right? That's why I go to the movies. I like seeing shit like that there. All right, JV, just a quick conversation about 2025's Karate Kid Legends.
Mm-hmm.
How many buckets of popcorn do you give this film, man?
I'm going to give this one $5 popcorn.
Let's go. Let's go.
Had me in it from the start
Yeah, this is fun.
all the way till the very, very end. I enjoyed the quick pace. You know, you didn't see a lot of filler. Like it was main scene after main scene,
Mm-hmm.
and the fillers were like training montages, right? Which were fine because we saw some cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
Just good story, fun story. Very family friendly movie, and you don't get too many of those anymore.
No, you don't.
You know, that's kind of what this franchise has always been about. Is just like very clean cut, good time, and this one kept up with the pace.
We have this movie and a Minecraft movie. The only two that are really like clean cut for the whole family, right?
Yeah, I laughed thoroughly through both. So, for different reasons, but still. What about you, man?
It was the dragon kick for me, man. That's just a really cool move, dude.
Dude, it was wild.
But then, like, let's counteract it. Like, he knew it from the get go. Like, he knew how to do this from day one of school, right? It wasn't like he just couldn't land this move or whatever. It's just that the other kid, his Johnny Lawrence, was just very smart and saw it coming.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to it's supposed to amaze and razzle dazzle somebody, but if you like are just very calm and cool, yeah, you can like do something about it. But the fact that they worked and they worked and they worked, and you saw them work at countering the counter for the flying dragon for the dragon kick, right? Like that was really cool for me. There was a dope love interest who was great. Victor and his whole pizza shop thing and was really fun, and Lee trying to get him some money by training him, that was just fun to watch. The seeing Mr. Han and LaRusso kind of working together for a common cause was really cool as well. This movie, man, this gets 4 buckets of popcorn, dude.
Let's go.
This movie brought everything that I needed in a summer blockbuster. I really, really enjoyed this, man. What would have been really cool, right, is that third dynamic, right? If they did bring Johnny Lawrence around, couldn't afford him. Sony couldn't afford him in this movie, right?
Nah.
Your budget is at $45 million. My man makes $45 million. Okay,
they got to fight with them Netflix dollars, man.
They couldn't afford him, but that would have been really cool. And I think that dynamic, I would have definitely gave it $5. I love the cameo at the end. Stay for the cameo if you haven't seen this yet. But that would have gave it $5 popcorn team. All right, team. Another movie that we have here that I went and saw this weekend was Bride Hard, released June 20th, 2025, directed by Simon West and written by Shayna Steinberg.
I got no other information because you did not let me in on your plan.
Nope. Didn't see. I told you guys we don't plan this at all. I'm kind of flying solo right now. This movie, I don't know what the budget was, but it did have a budget. It's not showing it on our normal place where we get budgets from, so we'll say it cost $11 to make this film. We got Rebel Wilson as Sam, Anna Camp as Betsy, Anna Shumsky as Virginia, Divine Joy Randolph as Lydia, Gigi Zooms out as Zoe, Stephen Dorff as Kurt, Justin Hatley as Chris, and a bunch of other people as well.
Yeah.
Really quickly, not going to spend too much of your guys' time on this film. I thought this was, when we review this trailer hobby, I thought we were going to go into seeing like Bridesmaids, but then like a good action comedy around like a wedding. Sometimes this movie is very campy. Sometimes this movie is very like Die Hard-esque, where like it is like a full-on action film.
Yeah, that's what the trailer led into as well.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's like, oh, there's actually like a heist happening in here. We need to pay attention to that, right? So there's just so much dynamic, and I feel like I was talking to Jen about this, right? Because she went to go see the movie with me, where the whole Saturday Night Live thing where like Lorne Michaels is looking up at the wall with all the jokes,
Mhm.
right? And then he's like, can't do that, take that, move that over here, or whatever. I feel like that's what they did for this movie, right? They had so many bits, like small vignettes of what they
Gotcha.
wanted to say and do, and jokes and bits and whatever. And they had them all on the wall. And Simon West, the director, was like,
Put
and
them
made a
all in.
movie. We're like,
Leave them all in there.
it made sense, but it was like a jumbled mess at the same exact time. There was
Yeah.
parts where I did genuinely laugh. There was parts that were really funny. Rebel Wilson is actually like has somewhat good comedic timing.
Yeah.
But for most of the movie, it was like that fell flat for me.
Mm.
Not even gonna waste too much of your
Okay.
guys' time. This movie gets 2 buckets of popcorn, which for me is like one bucket means like it's a movie, right?
Yeah.
2 buckets of popcorn. It's hard to get no
Yep.
buckets for me, okay? Very difficult. One
Yeah.
bucket means you it's a movie. 2 buckets is like you attempted to make something that is some type of level of art. And they did. It just the standout in this movie actually was Anna Chomsky's character as Virginia, and then Divine Joy Randolph. Those 2 characters for me had the
Mhm.
best lines. They were the funniest. They kept the party going one way or another. So thoroughly enjoyed those 2. But wait for this to stream on Pluto TV, team.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it on there. Okay.
I got a couple follow-up questions real quick.
What's up?
Bride Hard or the first Karate Kid?
Oh man. Oh dude. Definitely the first Karate Kid.
Yeah.
You gotta be. That was good. That was good. I almost spit up my Gatorade. Thank you.
Yeah, that was good timing.
Any other follow-up questions?
No, not at
Or
all.
was
I probably won't watch this movie when it streams on Pluto TV.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Bride Hard and Karate Kid Legends. Oh, yeah. Next week, we'll be discussing the new Brad Pitt summer blockbuster film, F1 the Movie.
That's showing in a theater near you.
Like always, team, I'm Clyde Smith. You can find me across all socials. I'm Clyde D. Smith.
I'm Javier Villalobos, and you can find me across all socials at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.